It appears that Luka Doncic is a man on a mission and is ready to do damage to any opponent that gets in his way. The 25-year-old superstar has put the Dallas Mavericks in prime position to return to the NBA Finals for the first time in 13 seasons, and Luka legend was made for these pressure-packed playoff moments because if Dončić continues to dominate at a high level, this season will be remembered as the beginning of his reign, as he and the Mavericks are in the beginning of what could be our next NBA dynasty. Welcome everybody, my name is Troy and this is the Half Court Report. Be sure you click that thumbs up button and subscribe for some of the best NBA content that you're going to find on YouTube. Daniel Outerbridge over at GiveMeSport.com wrote a great piece on just how historical Luka Doncic's postseason has been. So I want to go through that article today and add in a few of my thoughts too. So let's begin with the numbers because Dončić continues to rewrite history throughout this historic playoff run. And the statistics back it up because Luka's dominance is something to behold. According to the stats, he has been a primetime playoff performer throughout his entire career. There always exists the possibility of another record being broken or accomplishing something no other player has ever done. Dončić is such a great player considering the numbers, numerous iconic playoff moments, and his demeanor, but taking into consideration that he is only 25 years old makes us fans realize that we could be in store for an unprecedented run of historic proportions. Luka continues to add to his legacy as he became the only player to record a triple-double while also making the game-winning three-pointer in that epic Game 2 performance against the Timberwolves. That was the second time that Dončić has accomplished that feat, and there is probably nobody better in the league right now with the game on the line. It seems like he was just built for these kind of moments, right? Because he has embraced the pressure, and he has supreme confidence and never allows the moment to overwhelm him. In that recent Timberwolves game, Dončić also recorded his fourth career 30-point triple-double during the postseason. Triple-doubles are a normal thing for Luka as he is capable of filling up the stat sheet on any given night. He also has a long way to go before he eventually reaches the top of that list, but he will definitely close the gap rather quickly if he continues on this trajectory. While the focus is on triple-doubles, Dončić also became the fourth player in NBA history to record 4 triple-doubles in a 5-game span in the playoffs. His basketball IQ allows him to accumulate these numbers at a faster pace than your average NBA player, and he doesn't have to hunt or steal rebounds because he knows how to position himself and has the size to box out smaller players. And then a lot of his assists are not simple handoffs or bounce passes in the paint. They are show-stopping, scene-stealing passes. The entirety of Luka's resume, playoff or otherwise, is already pretty absurd. And as I said, this is all for a guy who just turned 25 in February. For his regular season career, Luka is averaging 28.7 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. No one in NBA history matches or exceeds all 3 marks. But what about the playoffs? Well, he performs there as well. 31 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 8.2 assists. If advanced stats are more your style, then Dončić is 4th all-time in career box plus-minus, behind only Nikola Jokic, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. Luka is also 4th in career playoff box plus-minus, behind that same trio. So how about accolades? Well, Luka has 5 first-team All-NBA nods through his age 24 season. No one else in league history had more than 4 through the same age, except for Kevin Durant and Tim Duncan. Suffice to say, Dončić is making his case to be mentioned among the greats, because it was just a matter of time before he was going to reach his potential. That is, of course, unless you were maybe the Phoenix Suns or the Sacramento Kings during the NBA draft, but that's another story. Everyone knew how good Luka could be, for the most part. But if he can secure a championship this season, his name may be etched in stone among some of the greatest players ever. MJ, LeBron, Kobe, they're the players that are normally mentioned when it comes to the GOAT conversation. And while there is a lot to be desired when it comes to Luka's career, and anything can still happen, he has plenty of time to cement his legacy, and winning a title this year would be the beginning of that. When the Mavericks traded for Kyrie Irving, there was still some doubts that the duo would underachieve or how they would play together since they're both two ball-dominant players. How are they going to coexist? But they shut up those critics fairly quickly, and they also showed maturity to work together. And as far as Dončić is concerned, the way he was able to welcome another star player with open arms while still figuring things out along the way and seeing how they could make it work says a lot about him. Many questioned how Luka would perform if he had to share the spotlight, but now we have an answer because the duo of Dončić and Irving has been nothing short of spectacular. And not only was the Kyrie acquisition a big deal, but then you have the additions of Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington at the trade deadline. Those have been tremendous. And then other players on the team have stepped up in a big way too, especially Derek Lively II. He has exceeded expectations as the 10th overall pick and has played an integral part in the Mavericks' recent run of success. So to sum it up, we're less than 30 years removed from Michael Jordan. LeBron, he's still playing at a high level. Jokic has crashed the all-timers debate with the run that he's on. But those three may have to make room for none other than the man, the myth, the Slovenian legend that is Luka Doncic. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments. Let me hear from the Luka stans. Let me hear from the Luka haters in the comments. What do you think? And since you've watched this far, make sure you drop a like too. Help out that YouTube algorithm and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another NBA video from me. I just mentioned how Derek Lively II has been, what I would call a draft steal. So who is going to be the next draft steal in the 2024 NBA draft? Well, I did a mock draft where I went through all 30 picks, gave you my thoughts behind them, broke down all the players. So make sure you check that out. Let me know what you think. Who do you have going in your top 5 in the draft? And I'll catch you next time on the Half Court Report. Have a great day.